Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, for this Nintendo News Minute. Before we jump into this, guys, I've lowered the price for subscriptions to the podcast. So if you want ad-free listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, it's now only $4.99 a month. And that gets you every episode ad-free. And you also get entered to win an eShop gift card. If you leave a comment over on Spotify, you also get entered to win an eShop gift card. The other thing I want to mention is one-shot energy chews. Guys, if you want to save 10% off of these amazing energy chews that mine got here in the mail today, I got to try them at TwitchCon. Use coupon code N64Josh, oneshotenergy.com. It's the number one, shotenergy.com. Go and get yourself a pack of these things. They're super good. I love the way they taste. And that little pick-me-up, there's 75 milligrams of caffeine per chew. Plus, you got some nootropics for helping you with focus and energy and all that stuff. Again, oneshotenergy.com, coupon code N64Josh. The last thing I want to mention before we jump into the news is over on N64Josh.com, there is an article that has to do with Devil World. Now, we're kind of doing a real quick game club on this game. This game plays like Pac-Man. I don't even know if there's an end to it, but I'm curious on everybody's thoughts. Like, I have a feeling going back to a game like this 40 years later, I don't know if it's going to have much of a nostalgia pull, but I'm hoping if there's anybody that listens over in the UK that maybe played this as a kid, maybe they can shed some light on their thoughts, and if it's exciting going back, or if they didn't care for it back then. I'm just curious. I'm still jumping in. I got to record about probably 30 to 60 minutes of footage for it, and so I'm going to be jumping in again. My initial play has been it's been okay. Like it's kind of a Pac-Man clone, honestly. So curious on your thoughts. Leave them over on the blog, n64josh.com. Look for the Devil World post and leave your thoughts there. We're going to be talking about it with the crew on Thursday night. So with that, let's get over to the news. Epic records the biggest day in Fortnite history as 44 million players return to the OG island. Now, as soon as I got home, I can't remember what I was doing. I think I got home from the gym or something like that. And my son was like on FaceTime, and he was like, yo, Ninja has 90,000 people watching him. Tilted Towers is back. Life is good again. and to me, it was just funny because it was like, there's kind of a moment for him to, like, he missed this OG map. Like, I think there's some nostalgia there. I jumped in last night and I thought, it's cool jumping back in and seeing the map the way it was. I love the way Fortnite is continually evolving and changing. And, it's one of the games that I do somewhat play on regular, especially when there's things in the Battle Pass that I'm interested in. So looking at the article here, there's a tweet from Fortnite. It says, way to start things off with a bang. We're blown away by the response to Fortnite OG. Yesterday was the biggest day in Fortnite's history, with 44.7 million players jumping in and 102 million hours of play. To all Fortnite players, OG and new, thank you. So cool. So cool to just kind of see, like, there was a buzz. There was a buzz online. Everybody was excited. And let me know if you jump back in to Fortnite on the opening day of the new season. Let me know in the comments over on Spotify or on YouTube here. Moving on. Got this email this morning from Nintendo after seeing there was like kind of some leaked photos. Nintendo confirms new Smash Bros. Ultimate Switch OLED bundle for Black Friday. So it's not just Mario Kart any longer. Smash is now getting bundled, and if you want to get the gray Joy-Cons with the cross on them, that's going to be available. But the dock is just a black dock. There's no graphics like on the original Smash Switch, so that's kind of a bummer that we're not seeing that. But you still get the cool Joy-Cons. The box is cool. You get Smash. If you're just getting into the Switch, or maybe you're thinking about picking up an OLED and you haven't got one yet, and you haven't picked up Smash, well, you essentially get Smash for free. The bundle is $349.99, and it's you also get 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online. So, and looks like starting November 19th, select retailers and My Nintendo Store will offer the Nintendo Switch OLED model system plus Super Smash Bros. Ultimate full game download plus 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online individual membership bundle as a suggested retail price of $34.99. That's a 67.98 cents in savings, with the exclusive Joy-Con controllers featuring the design inspired by Super Smash Bros. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I definitely don't need this, but I do have drift in my Smash Joy-Cons. So to get a new set to just like put with that Switch and then put it all back in its box and have it just sit pretty, it has crossed my mind a little bit here. So, cool to see that we're seeing more than just Mario Kart. A surge in Smash, always a good thing. To be a great gift underneath the tree for somebody. And I saw a few tweets saying nothing says Nintendo's clearing out old stock more than these bundles that we're getting. This one's the one that I think people are kind of like, why? Why? And it's the Super Mario Party plus Red and Blue Joy-Con bundle announced. Now, I mean, the Red and Blue Joy-Cons I think are cool, but these are the Joy-Cons that should have been in the Mario Switch. Like, so strange. The thing that's upsetting people is, why are they putting out the Mario Party that people liked the least? Why not the newer one? And then a lot of the comments and the tweets that Nintendo put out were people saying, why aren't we getting DLC for the Super Mario Party? Well, my gut feeling is that it's because we're going to be seeing a new Mario Party very soon with the release of the new system. If you guys think back on the way the shows have gone in the past year, there's been a lot of questions about, like, what is Nintendo doing? Like, it seems like they've run out of steam a little bit. Well, I don't think that's the case at all. I think they've actually been building a lot of steam for the next system. And we're seeing a lot of just kind of like inventory being cleaned out. We're seeing, other than Wonder, we're seeing a lot of like remakes and kind of some, I would say, somewhat smaller titles. And there's still a rumor that we're going to see another Zelda game before the end of the year. So, but again, it would be a remake, not something new. We had Tears of the Kingdoms this year, so why would there be something new? But I have a feeling, it's just my gut feeling, there will be a new Mario Party relatively quick when the new system launches. So here, this is from Nintendo Life, and it says random. 8 canceled Retro Studio games detailed, including Portal with combat. Well, what does that mean? So Did You Know Gaming did a video, and it's all about these canceled games found. So the article reads, Retro Studios is best known for its work on Metroid and Donkey Kong franchises. Still, the developer has dabbled in a number of intriguing projects that have unfortunately wound up on the cutting room floor. Did You Know Gaming is back with another deep dive video looking into the studio's history, specifically detailing 8 projects that have, for one reason or another, ended up being canceled. The first is a project known as Adept, which the studio started working on after the development of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption had concluded. The game also utilized the first-person perspective and perhaps best described as Portal with combat, with the player able to shoot cylinders that could instantly transport enemies, potentially trapping them or leading them away from the player. In addition to regular cylinders, force cylinders could also be used to aid jumping or placed strategically to allow for the transportation of objects. Attract cylinders, meanwhile, were used to either allow players to draw in healing items from a distance or reverse an enemy attack, causing their projectiles to fly back at them. It certainly sounds like an intriguing idea. When designer Paul Towser pitched the game to the studio, Retro was fully on board. Unfortunately, when Kazuki Tanabe at Nintendo took a look at the game, he wasn't convinced by the premise and ultimately passed on the project. This is one of 8 games detailed, so be sure to check out the video if you're interested in finding out more of these fascinating glimpses into history. And I want to take a look here at I think My Nintendo News went into it a little bit more. Here we go. So looks like, My Nintendo News said the informative team at Did You Know Gaming have produced yet another interesting video, this time looking at various projects that were being developed at Retro Studios before being canceled. There are a few that we know of, including Ravenblade, but there are some others that have been dug up, such as a Portal-style Wii game titled Adept. And then if they just go into saying check out the video for the rest of the games. But one of them was a football game, which I found to be quite interesting. If you look at if you're not seeing the thumbnail here, it's got Mario in a football outfit and some other pretty just kind of crazy stuff. It looks like a ghost on a cross with a crown of thorns, like kind of some strange and cryptic stuff there, but cool stuff nonetheless to see just some of the games that could have been from Retro. Taking a quick look at the UK chart, Super Mario Brothers Wonder still at the top, and WarioWare Move It was at 15. Made it 15. How many of you guys picked it up? Let me know in the comments. I picked it up and played a little bit. It's all motion control, right? I mean, of course, it's a Move It game, but I played all the way through the last one, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. This is just, it's goofy. It's amazing how fast you go through some of these mini games. I need to spend a little bit more time with it. I got hooked on this watermelon game too. Like, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about the amount of time I spent playing the watermelon game, but I did pick up WarioWare and I did play it, and I want to play it a little bit more before I give a real detailed impressions of it, because it's, again, I just scratched the surface with it, but it did make it to 15. Looks like Animal Crossing is at 10. Any other? Mario Kart jumped up to 5 in the UK charts. Of course it did. Looks like RoboCop Rogue City is at 4. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is at 3. Nintendo Switch Sports is at 7. Minecraft at 9. The Witcher is at 11. Mortal Kombat 11 is at 12. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Wonder, I think it had a big sale, and I bet you a lot of people pulled the trigger on that one. So Tears of the Kingdom at 18. So still a lot of Nintendo games in the top 40 for Detective Pikachu at the very bottom of the list at 40. So that's interesting. So cool to see that Super Mario Brothers Wonder still holding out strong at the top. Really curious to see what the end numbers are going to be on that game. Xbox head Phil Spencer's vision embracing PS5 and Nintendo Switch as part of the Xbox community. Spencer emphasized the importance of inclusivity in the gaming community, highlighting the shared passion for gaming that transcends platform boundaries. With the recent acquisition, he expressed a desire to bring top-tier gaming experiences to a broader audience, underscoring Xbox's commitment to fostering a more interconnected and diverse gaming ecosystem. The integration of renowned titles like Call of Duty and Overwatch into Xbox repertoire marks a significant expansion of the platform's gaming catalog. Spencer's approach appears to be to prioritize accessibility and community engagement, signaling a strategic shift toward building bridges across gaming platforms rather than erecting exclusive boundaries. While the specifics of the integration are yet to unfold fully, the overarching message from Spencer hints at a promising era of interconnectivity and shared gaming experiences for all enthusiasts, regardless of their preferred gaming device. And I mean, that is not that's not too shocking to hear from him. I mean, if you've heard him on other podcasts or anything like that, you know he plays his PS5, he plays his Switch. Like, Phil is just a gamer. And, you know, is there some PR stuff? Sure. Is Microsoft all about making money? Absolutely. They are a business. That's what businesses do. But I think there's a very real possibility that we're going to see a maybe even a top tier Call of Duty. Now, I know there's so much controversy around that series right now, but I believe the Switch is not going to be left out this year when it comes to a lot of these Activision Blizzard titles. I mean, we got Overwatch, but Call of Duty never made its way to the Switch. Not even older versions. I honestly thought we would see like a Call of Duty 4, you know, not the remake, but just the original from the 360 over on the Switch. It could have ran fantastic, I would have assumed, but maybe that's not enough to move the needle for Activision. That's why they didn't mess with it. That being said, we know going forward, the Switch is going to have Call of Duty games, which is great. Just more options. Will it be able to do something like Warzone? Hard to say. But I hope that is the case. And I mean, we played Warzone on our PS4s and our Xbox Ones, so there's a very real possibility. It's just we don't. If you guys are like me, you don't want to grab like you're hopeful. I'm hopeful that the system is able to be a little more powerful than those previous home consoles, so that we're not so far behind that when we see something like, crazy like a Cyberpunk and those kind of games, would there be a real possibility for those games to run on this next Nintendo console? That's what I'm curious about, and we'll just have to wait and see if it's going to be feasible or not. In Japan, Super Mario Wonder and Pikmin Switch double pack seemingly coming. So it seems that the two Nintendo Switch games, which have performed well both critically and commercially in Japan, Super Mario Bros. 1 and Pikmin 4, will be getting a double pack in the Land of the Rising Sun. The bundle, which will be released in a time for the all-important Christmas shopping season, has been spotted at various Japanese retailers such as Yodobashi and Rakuten. Nintendo has yet to announce the double pack either in Japan or the rest of the world, but it should prove to be a big success. The listings state that Super Mario Bros. Wonder and Pikmin 4 double pack will launch on the 6th of December. Might be kind of a cool piece for your collection if you do collect games, to have that double pack. Curious about the artwork and everything. Excited to see when it is finally announced by Nintendo how they blend those two games. And we've seen in the past them do some 2 packs of games and whatnot. Of course, the Pokemon games and that. But what's this artwork going to be? I'm kind of curious. And Mario's going to be out in the front, but I think it's great. Does this scream like marketing push for the holidays or what, you guys? Like, Nintendo is making the push right now to get Switches and Switch software sold as we prep for the new system. The mum's going to be the word. I'm surprised we've heard any mention of like what the next successor could do or anything like that from within Nintendo. Obviously, there's no official announcement, but I believe we've heard some of the leadership talk about the way your accounts will transition to the next console. Like, what console? You guys haven't officially announced anything yet these kind of conversations are being had. And I'm honestly surprised coming this close to the holidays that it was even mentioned, but they're not saying anything else. I guarantee mum's going to be the word until after the first of the year. And then it's probably going to be all eyes on what the next Switch is going to be. And depending on the release date, if it's an early like spring first quarter, maybe early second quarter, we'll probably start hearing about, they'll probably start the marketing push sooner than later. But if it's not until September, we might not even hear about it until more like the end of first quarter, which, I get. And that's what a lot of analysts are speculating, is that it's not going to be until the fall. And either way, it's going to be an exciting year for Nintendo fans. And I just, I got to tell you guys, like, we've been doing the show since the announcement of the Switch, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with the announcement of a new system, and just the hype and the way the community is going to grow and increase. And I'm really excited and looking forward to the future. So Pikachu and Eevee will be flying high at this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So if you like to prep your turkey dinner while the parade is on, make sure to be on the lookout for Pikachu and Eevee. The article from My Nintendo News says the Pokemon Company has confirmed that Pikachu and Eevee will be returning to this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in a massive balloon decked with sleighs. This will be the 23rd year that the duo will fly high over the Manhattan skyline. The balloon is 34 feet tall, or as high as a 3-story building, and 48 feet long, or as long as 6 bicycles and 23 feet wide, or as wide as 4 taxi cabs. And you can watch the event on the 23rd of November from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., and it will be televised and streamed on NBC and Peacock. Looking at the picture, you guys, it is a Pokeball-inspired sled or sleigh with Pikachu in the front, Eevee in the back. Pikachu's got a scarf on. Eevee's got a Santa Claus hat on. They both look as adorable as ever. And I don't know. It kind of got me. It kind of gets me a little bit excited for the parade just to see these two in it. So hopefully there won't be too much wind, because we know that wind and these balloons are not a great mix. And I wonder, like, could we see anything from Nintendo at this year's parade with all the Mario hype from the movie and everything else? I hope so. I would love to see a giant Bowser singing Peaches or something like that. You know, I think it would be great. Speaking of movies, Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection coming later this month. This really kind of piqued my interest, because there are some really great Jurassic Park games, and there's some that aren't so great. And we're going to go through this list, and I'm going to tell you the ones that I enjoyed, the ones I didn't. So fans of the Jurassic Park franchise and dinosaurs in general will be pleased to know that the Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection launches on the Nintendo Switch this month. Fans can download a copy of the game on the Nintendo eShop or purchase a physical release from Limited Run Games. If you're wondering which games the collection contains, then we have you covered. Jurassic Park 8-bit, Jurassic Park Portable, which I assume is Game Boy, Jurassic Park 16-bit. That's Super Nintendo, you guys. I'm fairly certain. NES, Game Boy, Super Nintendo. Jurassic Park Genesis. That's the good one. All right, that's the good one. Jurassic Park Genesis was really fun. Jurassic Park 16-bit, if it's a Super Nintendo game, not that great. Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues, from that's the Super Nintendo. I'm not sure about that one. And The Chaos Continues Portable. Rampage Edition Genesis, I don't know for sure, but my money is on the Genesis games when it comes to Jurassic Park, just like X-Men games. Jurassic Park and X-Men were king on the Sega, and they were kind of weak on at least the ones I played. Like Spider-Man and X-Men's Arcade's Revenge, not a great game. Not great at all. So cool to see that this collection is making its way over to the Switch. I'm not sure if I'll wait for the limited run or end up just grabbing the collection digitally, because it's kind of just a cool one to have on the go with us whenever we'd like. Thanks to the digital download on the eShop. So it looks like the price is $29.99, and the game is launching on the 22nd of November. So there you go. That is going to do it for this episode of the Nintendo News Minute. I appreciate you guys so very much for listening. And remember to head on over to n64josh.com. Leave your comment about Devil World. I want to hear your thoughts and what you think. And we will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.